Newest fan. This is a Lakewood T8 dual window fan. It will go and swing all the way around. You can do one in, one out, or both either way. Picked this up a couple weeks ago, just getting around to having the time to do anything with it. It's not in bad condition, however it does need to have some work done to it. This is the second fan, or the right motor, after I did some work last night on it, which did sound a lot more like the left motor beforehand, but this is the right side. And you can already see the first problem with it. Now this one really isn't vibrating very much, it's really running quiet, but the top and bottom mounts are worn out, so it won't really stay in place very well. But it's extremely quiet. And when you get it around to the back, it feels like it wants to work a little better, but it doesn't that well. Shut that one off and go over to this one, and you'll see where my larger issues are. Makes just a little bit of noise. Rattles quite a lot. Yeah, that one is really totally worn out and won't really do much of anything by way of anything constructive, really. It does move good air, but there's got to be some work on it. Those have got to be tightened up. It's got a really nice spin down to it. I at first thought the motors might have the vibration that might be causing the problem, but I don't think it's the motors. I think it's just how loose the whole thing is. Spin down on it is really nice, actually. Odd part is the spin down on the motor that's making all the rackets, the one that's a little better. Now I don't know how well you can see it in here, if at all, but in there it's one of the small compact motors, not one of the large styles that we used to see from the bigger box fans. If you pop the top here, we can see that it is riveted in place, and I don't really think there's any way to adjust it. So what I'm going to do is pop the bottom off, pop it fully out, and I'm going to look at probably drilling that rivet out and replacing it with a nut and bolt so I can tighten the fan up so it'll stay where I put it, and that should take care of my problem. Alright, well, I've got this apart, and looking at it, I'm wondering if just by adjusting these back out towards away from the fan, if I would be able to tighten it back up, because that looks like that may be all it is. It's just bending down and in instead of up and away, and that's why they're not staying in one spot. Now, if I run the noisy side, it still likes to make a racket, but that's a lot better than it had been. So I'm going to tighten the bolts up, and this may never get real quiet, but that's a lot better than what it was. Yeah, it may very well be that there is a vibration in this motor, and that's just the way that it's always going to be. It probably won't be something that I'll use a whole lot, but you know, I'll take a shot at bending these around a little bit and see what I can do. Okay, I've got the trouble motor out of the housing now. It's not really the type of motor that I can oil. This is probably a later 70s, maybe early 70s fan. It's got these cheaper motors on it that you really can't do much with. I'm going to try to clean it up, but like I say, there's not really a whole lot I can do with it. I am going to try to power it up here, see how it'll run outside of the case, trying to figure out what is the cause. Is it the motor itself, or is it the hey, that's pretty good. Is it the motor that's causing the problem, or is it something else in the fan that's causing the problem? Is it the motor, or is it the housing? So we'll see how this goes here. Okay, actually it feels like the motor's out of balance. Looking at the profile of the blades, boy, that's what it feels like. It just feels like that thing's wicked out of balance. I'm not seeing anything from here. Yeah, there's a little bit of movement in there. Alright, I'm going to keep playing with it here. Okay, what I have found is the blade is horribly out of balance, and that's why I'm getting so much vibration and so much noise. And of course, being that I don't have any equipment to balance the blade at all, it's just by eye, just trying to figure it out, mostly using the grid on the bottom as a mark. Like if one spot fits in the corner there, where's the next spot in relation to it? And it's just one blade at a time, top and bottom, till I get it to where I like it, and I'm very close. I'm almost there. I'm going to run it through one more time, front and back, and I should be ready to put it together and give it a shot, see how it looks and sounds all the way. Alright, the blade is still a little bit out of balance, but it's a lot better than it was, and they actually do sit where I put them now. They don't wander off on their own, which is a nice improvement. But I'll run it, and it's not perfect. It's a long way from perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. Definitely, if I was going to use it on a regular full-time basis, I would probably replace that blade or spend more time working at it to try to balance it out. Because that is the problem with it. The blade is just horribly out of balance. But it's my first Lakewood. And it is reversible. It does come around the other way, takes it towards intake. And looks like I'm going to need to tighten it up a little bit more. Other side holds good though. But if I let it go, it'll just walk itself right back around. So that still needs to be played with a little bit. But it'll go up on the shelf, and if I need it, I'll keep messing with it.